Hey, what's up guys? You got Crave here, and let's talk about Gwent. Now, to be honest, when the base game for The Witcher 3 came out, I didn't really play a whole lot of that aspect of the game. In fact, I would often skip quests that involve Gwent. So I even went through Hearts of Stone, just skipping the whole quest line for Gwent, and which is, I think, high stakes and stuff like that. But it was only in Blood and Wine when I started to get interested in the whole idea of playing Gwent. And that's mainly because I didn't want to run out of content for the Witcher franchise. I mean, I know it's the last outing for Geralt with the Blood and Wine expansion, but you know, again, I didn't want it to end. So I basically just went through, I've been redoing some quests, even including the ones in the base game. I guess feeling like I'm, you know, losing the game forever, or just I'm expecting to miss the game so much. But yeah, I eventually stumbled upon the older quests I skipped, which are the ones related to Gwent. So what you're seeing in your screen right now are just some gameplay footage, and on the lower left of your screen, I'm going to be showing you some of the actual Gwent cards that my wife got when she bought the boxed edition for Blood and Wine. Yeah, it's too bad we didn't get the boxed version. The boxed version including the Gwent cards for, was it the base game or Hearts of Stone? Yeah, it's too bad for that. But yeah, at least we got the ones for Blood and Wine, and they look really pretty. It includes 2 decks for the Northern Realms and the Nilfgaardian themes, so it's pretty good. But it's not about that. So it's about actually Gwent per se, and how, you know, we are about to have a standalone game for Gwent. And yeah, I really am having so much fun playing Gwent right now. In fact, whenever I play or load up Witcher 3, it's just Gwent, Gwent, Gwent. My wife can't believe it. She's still going through the motions with Blood and Wine, but I'm just logging in or just loading up the game to play Gwent. And yeah, it's a whole lot of fun. I finished the base game stuff, including the ones I think I'm working on the one for the Skellige deck, trying to complete that in Blood and Wine. It's pretty tough right now, but yeah, I'm going through it. And what's amazing about this is that CDPR finally listened to the fan requests to actually push out a Gwent game. Now, normally you would think that it would come out to be like Hearthstone, and something like maybe Magic the Gathering, which I play Hearthstone on the PC once in a while, and Magic the Gathering on my tablet. And I used to play Magic the Gathering when I was much younger, when I was 15 or 16. It was a whole lot of fun times for me. But what's really great about CDPR, and if you've seen it with The Witcher 3, they really have a tendency to go all out and just really be, be dedicated to their fans and to their players. So, what they're going to do about the, well, it's definite that there is a Gwent card game coming out, but what they're going to do about it is create something that's sort of like Witcher minus the 3D engine. So what they're going to do is, the way I understand it from the articles I've been reading from VG247, from PC Gamer, from all these websites, is I think they're going to create campaigns for each faction or for each realm or something like that. So, and from what I've been reading, it's so far been consistent. They're saying that each campaign may last for 10 hours. Now, the thing is, since I mentioned earlier, there are multiple factions, so that could mean multiples of 10 hours, and that's quite a lot of game time. And it's going to be in a 2D environment. Like I mentioned, they're removing the 3D engine, so I'm not sure what they actually mean by having a 2D environment. Is it like Baldur's Gate or I don't know, Icewind Dale? I'm not sure what they intend to do with it, but let me read to you guys what they said in an article from PC Gamer. So one of the guys from CDPR says, let's create a single player campaign. Let's get the lead writer from Witcher. Let's get the lead quest designer from Witcher. Let's do a proper thing. And then they came on and said, well, what if you explore this map and you're able to interact with the things around the world, and the way you interact will have consequences? And it just snowballed into this huge thing. We're looking at like 10 hours, but 10 hours for just one campaign. And just reading that again from that's from PC Gamer and from all the other websites I've been plowing through just to get more information about the Gwent card game. It seems like, yeah, it's true. They are creating another Witcher game that revolves around Gwent, and of course, I suppose to limit it to 2D it's just a proper thing to do. After all, it's not about Geralt's adventures in the 3D engine, but it's revolving around Gwent. So the 2D aspect thing, I think, is really, really possible. And as I understand it, you go through the 2D environment to go through your different quests, which apparently from the text we read earlier means that it will have consequences depending on the locations you visit, and you get to battle out on a board. So just pretty much just like your Gwent game inside The Witcher. Now, as I also understand it, reading through different articles, it also mentions that we're going to be getting a revamped board, so which is what you're seeing right now from a short bit from the trailer that CDPR released. And as I understand it, of course, they're improving the layout. They're also improving the graphical effects for it. I suppose they're adding fancy effects for certain spells or weather effects. And as I also understand it, certain abilities have been reworked. So according to one article, the weather effects in the Gwent inside The Witcher 3 is like you have biting frost, or the fog effect, which takes care or sort of minimizes the power of ranged units. So it's all negative. Now, what I understand is that one of the things they're considering is sort of reworking the weather effects to also have a positive benefit to certain units. So they're adding more complexity to the game, which is not a bad thing, and I believe that will create multiple scenarios to win over your opponent. Now, about the game, I haven't found anything conclusive on pricing, or whether it's free to play, but CDPR just wants to make sure that you never get to a point that you have to spend money to get better at the game, so which is really good. I mean, one of my frustrations with Hearthstone is that Hearthstone is that I sort of feel like I'm lagging behind sometimes when I'm playing the game. Now, I'm not sure how CDPR, because they never really elaborated on that on any article I've read. Or for anyone who has information, just put them down in the comment section below. They do want to make sure that you don't want to feel gimped if you're not spending money on the game. So it's not a confirmation that it's going to be free to play. It could be a buy to play thing, maybe every 6 to 12 months. I don't know what they plan to do. But if it's CDPR, you can pretty much be sure that it's something that's worth your money, and you're not getting you're not being cheated as a gamer. They're not gonna ask you to pay a certain amount for what seemingly is a good title, but they've gutted the features. I'm sure they're not going to do that. It's CDPR after all. But yeah, that was just a short summary of what I've read so far, and I'm really looking forward to this one. So just make sure to head on over to CDPR to sign up for. Maybe you can possibly get in the closed beta. I'm hoping to get inside the closed beta, as I don't know why I never played or got interested in Gwent when The Witcher 3 first came out. I feel sorry that I didn't get interested or even try to get interested in it. But yeah, and right now I'm having so much fun with Gwent. I only launched Witcher 3 now just to play Gwent, and it's really funny. But anyway, I just wanted to get that information out to you guys and share it with you in the hopes that maybe if you were one of the Witcher players that are interested in Gwent, there's something to look forward to. I mean, it's not really over right now in terms of Geralt's story or the whole of Temeria, Nilfgaard. I don't even know which characters are going to be involved in that 2D environment. But one good thing is that it's not over, and we are now going to focus on a very fun aspect of the game, if you're into it, which is Gwent. Anyway, that's all I had for this upload. I just want to thank you guys for checking this out, and please don't forget to like and share if you appreciate this content. Thanks for watching.